Wandavision. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Don't forget to please like, comment, and subscribe. And please stand by for the next Wandavision tutorial. Hi guys, and welcome to the video, or should I say the hex. Let's get started. So first I'm going to moisturize my lips using the pink lip balm from the Wandavision collection, which is also cherry flavored, so it tastes really good. Then I will be using the Kylie Cosmetics Skin Moisturizer along with the NARS Radiance Primer, and I'm going to be mixing those two together and apply them to my face. I used to apply these two separately, but I find this is faster and much easier, especially when you're on the go, or in this case when I'm trying to beat the sun in order to film outside. Next, I'm going to be applying the Marc Jacobs Coconut Eye Primer and applying that to my eyelids to make my eyeshadow last all day. Also, make sure to hit the like button on this video if you happen to see a very familiar message right behind me. Can you guess who it's from? For foundation, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear in the shade 440 or Natural Rose, and apply that all over my face using the piece of the Mind Stone that lives within me and just blend that in. Get it? Because I used the yellow beauty blender? No? Get it? Okay. And now for concealer, I'm going to be using the Marc Jacobs Extra Shot in the shade Medium 210, and this says it contains caffeine, so I'm guessing that's good for my eye bags. And it also says it's a concealer and foundation. I've never used it as a foundation, but so far I've really been liking it as a concealer. If I do try it out as a foundation, I'll let you guys know how I like it. To set my makeup, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way translucent powder, and I don't know why I haven't been using this lately if it's so good. I guess it's just because I'm so used to using the same products all the time that I forget I have other good products to use. And now moving on to the eyes using the 70s palette from the collection, I'm going to take the color Illusion and apply that as a base to my eyes. And after that, I'm switching to the 50s and 60s palette, and I'm grabbing the middle shade Flourish and just apply that to my crease and a little bit to my outer crease as well. And to let you guys in on a little secret, this is actually the third time I'm filming this video. I was originally ready to upload it months ago, but then I realized I got the lipstick color wrong, and then the second time I noticed that one of the gloves ripped from the costume, so that was bugging me too, and then now I'm filming it for the third time. But I think it worked out for the best because I really got a chance to add more ideas into the video, like for example dressing up as Wanda when she's depressed in the Modern Family episode. And then I also had the idea of buying some cool red eye contacts that really complete the look, and you'll be seeing me wear those towards the end of this video. Continuing with the 50s and 60s palette, I'm picking up the color Familiar, which is this cool tone purple mauve pink color, and I'm just going to pack that on all over my lids. Now taking the 80s and the 90s palette, I'm taking the color Chaos, which is a matte bubblegum pink. I probably didn't even really need this pink, but I literally just had to use it because, I mean, why not? It says chaos. And since Scarlet Witch is all about chaos magic, I'm just gonna use it to build up the other color that I'm gonna apply on top. And next, taking the 70s palette, I'm going to be taking the color Sparkle, and I'm going to apply that all over my lids. It does look like a sparkly brown shade, but it does have a hint of, like, I don't know, burgundy or like a red brown, which I think really goes with the costume. Since I'm starting to notice my eyes look a little bit plain, I'm picking up the color Rune from the 70s palette, but I'm just going to apply that to my crease and my outer crease as well, just to add more dimension and depth to my eyes. And just like before in my previous Wandavision or Agatha video, I'm going to be sticking only to using the colors from the makeup palettes from the collection, because one of my pet peeves is when I see makeup tutorials and they don't use anything from the collection except but one color, and my goal is to try and at least use like 1 or 3 colors from each of these palettes, without using any eyeshadows or palettes outside of the collection. I'm going to start brushing off the translucent powder with my Studio Fix C3, but before I did that, I actually went back and applied more of that sparkle shade to my lid, because since I was blending the color Rune too much, I felt like I was kind of losing the sparkle shade, so that's why I went back and I applied some more to my lids. Moving on to contour, now I'm going to be grabbing the shade Stellar and apply that to my cheeks and my forehead and anywhere that I can contour. And I'm using this one since last time on my Agatha video I used the color Everlasting. Normally I don't really contour my nose because I don't want it to look weird, but I don't know, I felt a little bit adventurous, so I figured why not, and I just started contouring. And for blush, I'm going to be using the color Spell and Magic, and I'm just going to be mixing those two up, since I think I remember using the color Hexed and Warped for the Agatha video. I wanted to use the lighter colors for Wanda since she is like the good witch, and I used the darker ones for Agatha since she's the evil one. And I also did it so you guys could see the difference between the colors. The color Hexed and Warped, for example, they're more mauvey and purpley, whereas the ones I'm using for Wanda are more peachy and pink. For highlighter, I'm going to be using the Timeless shade for Wanda since it is warmer than the Nostalgia one, and I'm just going to apply that to the tip of my nose, on my cheekbones, and my Cupid's bow. Picking up the 50s and 60s palette, I'm grabbing the shade Charmed and using it to highlight my inner tear ducts and my brow bone. Once I'm done highlighting my face, I'm going back to the 70s palette and grabbing the color Sparkle, I'm going to apply it on my lower lash line for more depth. Moving on to brows, I'm grabbing the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow palette, but before I do that, I'm brushing off my brows to get rid of any powder or highlighter that might have fallen on them, and then I will start filling them in with the Auburn color, the darkest shade of the two, and then just start filling and shaping them. And after I'm done with that, I also apply the lighter redder shade of Auburn on top, and then seal it all in with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. After the brows are done, I'm just going to try and make a normal looking cat eye using the Kylie Cosmetics Skyliner. I don't want it too big, but I don't want it too small either to the point where you can't notice it. But just enough so it could blend in with the lashes. And now for lashes, I'm using the very last ones from the bottom from the collection, and they are less dramatic than the ones I used in the Agatha video. If you're curious about what they look like, just please refer back to my Agatha video and you'll see all 3 pairs of lashes there. Next, using the Snabla glitter palette, I'm going to be grabbing the pink and the red burgundy shade and layer both of them on top of each other, that way I could create a red magic effect around my eyes. I will first be applying the pink one as a base, only because it has more holographic glitter, and then afterwards apply the darker red one on top because it's more colorful. Now, grabbing my Morphe Coca-Cola palette, I'm just going to get that red sparkly shade and apply it on top of those glitters, only because I feel like this one is way more pigmented and is going to go super well with the other ones I applied beneath it. For lipstick, I am using the MAC Cosmetics Selena collection, and I'm using the color Dreaming of You. You could use whichever burgundy lipstick you have. I just wanted to use this one because I tested out other burgundy lipsticks I had and I really liked how this one turned out. I would have loved to use a burgundy lipstick from the collection or a liquid lip, but unfortunately they didn't make one, so I'm just gonna use what I got. Next, I'm going to curl my lashes, and after that, I'm going to grab the NARS Climax Mascara and apply that to my top and bottom lashes. To top off the lips, I'm using the jelly lip gloss that came with the lip balm, and I'm just going to apply it on top of the lipstick. And I'm going to apply it using my finger because that way I have more control on how much I want, and I won't have to mess up the tube with my lipstick. And last but not least, I'm going to set my makeup using the MAC Fix Plus in Gold Light. Okay, Agatha, where are my children? And of course, that was from Wandavision when Agatha mocked Wanda. I was laughing so much when I heard that. And now finally transforming into the Scarlet Witch in 3, 2, 1. This is the first time I've ever gotten or used colored contacts, so I didn't know what to expect, but seeing how it came out in the video, I'm super happy with how they look. Now, I knew I wasn't going to be able to see anything through these since they do cover your entire eye, but I just really wanted something that looked similar to how it looked in WandaVision, and I think I achieved that. Another thing about these contacts was that my eyes would just start watering when I had them on, so maybe it was a lack of vision, but yeah, it was super weird and I've never experienced that before. Did I really just say lack of vision right now? Wow, oh my god. I'm sorry, Wanda. So now, anyways, let's take a look at the costume. So the costume comes with the headpiece, the pants, gloves, the hooded cape, and the tank top that has the bottom cape or the skirt attached to it, and the girdle that goes on top of the tank top. And at first when I tried on the costume, I was very confused where the girdle would go, which is like the belt looking thing with the two pointy things. But then I referred back to the costume information and I figured it out. It ended up going on top, not underneath of the skirt. And the boots that I'm wearing here did not come with the costume. These are just some boots that I already had on hand. I didn't buy the ones that came with the costume only because it would have made it more expensive. But I really like how my boots look because they have a little bit of heel to them and I feel like they just look better. But you could go ahead and buy the ones with the costume if you prefer it, because it does come with like the lines and like the detailing like on the front, but this is just my preference. And I got the costume from Amazon, so I'll make sure I'll link it in the description box below. But I really like how the costume looks, and a lot of friends actually told me that it looked like it was really good quality. The costume itself is very soft, and I mean, I guess after a while of wearing it you do get really hot. I mean, obviously depending on where you're at, but overall it's very comfortable. The only thing that was a little bit annoying were the pants because I felt like they kind of kept sliding down a bit, but other than that, this costume was perfect and I'm really glad with how it looks in person and in the video. And here's a step I wanted to save after I took out the red contacts from my eyes, only because I was afraid of my eyes already watering plus the eyeliner, maybe it wasn't going to be a good mix. So I'm just tightlining my eyes a little bit using the Urban Decay Glide On Eye Pencil in the color Perversion, which is just a really dark black. And here is a closer look at the gloves. I know I mentioned before the second time I filmed this video, I accidentally ripped one of them on the seams. But as you can see, I sewed it all up and you can't even tell where it ripped. And now since they are cutout gloves, they do tend to like make you feel like you're losing your blood circulation around your fingers, but honestly after a while like you can't even tell anymore until you finally take it off, then like you really feel it. But they look really good. And then this is how the hoodie looks from the side. Again, just giving you a closer look just so you could look at the material and kind of have an idea of how it feels just by looking at it. And there you have it, guys. Here's me doing trying to do a nose scrunch, because I know everybody tried doing this once those pictures of Elizabeth Olsen doing them went viral. But I hope you guys love this tutorial as much as I did while doing it for you guys. I am definitely going to want to keep doing some makeup tutorials based off of the different time periods in WandaVision, so keep an eye out for those videos. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and please stand by for the